This is the Retina Imaging channel. When we talk about pachychoroid, we come across various terms like pachychoroid phenotype, pachychoroid spectrum, pachydrusen, pachyvessels, and so on. This short video explains each of them and tries to build a comprehensive overview of the spectrum. The word pachychoroid derives from pachy and choroid. Pachy means thick, so pachychoroid means thick choroid. Now there is another term called pachychoroid phenotype. This is a clinical description of a fundus which has pachychoroid. Such a fundus is usually orange-red with minimal choroidal vascular markings as seen in this picture. It has drusenoid RPE changes which are called pachydrusen, and finally it has small pigment epithelium detachments. Now what is pachydrusen? They are large drusen associated with pachychoroid. How are they different from large drusen seen in AMD? The pachydrusen are large and scattered all around the posterior pole and even nasal to the optic nerve. They can be single or in groups. They have irregular borders which are complex. Now if you want to define pachychoroid phenotype objectively, then it is defined as pachychoroid, dilated choroidal vessels or pachyvessels, and choroidal hyperpermeability as seen on ICGA. Earlier we defined pachychoroid in exact terms like subfoveal choroidal thickness of over 300 micron or an extrafoveal focus of choroid exceeding subfoveal choroidal thickness by at least 50 micron. However, now we realize that there is no absolute cutoff of choroidal thickness for an eye to qualify as pachychoroid, and in fact it is the pachyvessel which is the most important criterion. Pachyvessels are characterized by dilated Haller's layer and attenuated satellites and choriocapillaris layer. This is how pachyvessel looks like. Here the choroidal thickness is 423 micron and we can see sclerochoroid junction marked with yellow triangles. Dilated Haller layer vessels or pachyvessels are marked by stars beneath the fovea. The other features of pachyvessel is that they cross the fovea without tapering as seen on ICGA. Normal choroidal vessels would have tapered off at the fovea. The next term is pachychoroid spectrum. It is used to describe all the entities which are associated with pachychoroid phenotype, and the list is ever evolving. The spectrum includes uncomplicated pachychoroid or UCP, pachychoroid pigment epitheliopathy or PPE. UCP eyes have pachychoroid phenotype alone. PPE eyes have pachychoroid and RPE alterations. These two are physiological or asymptomatic. Other ones are central serous chorioretinopathy, pachychoroid neovasculopathy, and polypoidal choroidal vasculopathy. Recently, focal choroidal excavation, peripapillary pachychoroid syndrome, and pachychoroid geographic atrophy have also been included in the list. So this is how the spectrum spans. UCP can evolve into PPE, which can further lead to central serous chorioretinopathy or pachychoroid neovasculopathy or even polypoidal choroidal vasculopathy. So this is a nutshell about the various terms in pachychoroid spectrum. If you like this video, then leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you very much.